Rapid TV.
Yes, keep watching.
Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
This is me giving a rapid response to Rapid TV.
Good evening to you and welcome to Korero here on Rapid Television. My name is Godwin Sunday. Power, politics and controversy. There is even where Nigerian stories come alive. And tonight we will dig beneath the headlines to uncover what really drives the decisions shaping our state and our nation. Our focus today is Rivers State, where an impeachment move looms against Governor Siminalayi Fubara. This isn't just about politics, it's about governance, accountability, and the tug of war between those in power and those who watch over them. Well, in law, we will say that this Q ipso custodiet, ipso custodies, that is, who watches the watchdog. Well, joining me in this conversation is the person of Chief M.O. Shitu, a public affairs analyst, who will walk us through the key players, the stakes, and what this means for Rivers State moving forward. At this point, we'll take a short break, and when we return, we will dive straight into the conversation to find out what is even going on in Rivers State. Please stay with us, as the show is just starting.
Joseph. Name is Martha Alu.
My name is Victor Arke.
My name is Divine Alex.
My name is Esther Ben.
My name is Arthur James Bruce.
My name is Godwin Sunday.
I am Ijoma Victor.
My name is Cynthia Agbo.
Josephine Bichu.
I bet you already know that this is
Rapid Television.
Time is power. Our lives are powered by the sun. As the sun rises, so do we. As we trust it to rise and set without any worries interrupting your morning with our hybrid all-in-one inverter, powering our prosperity and happiness.
Making the shell. Start time solar.
But also nurture what is dear to us, powering trust and support. Empowering us to do things that really matters. Start Times Solar. Power your life.
In a world where every swipe, click, or tap is shaping our future, technology is no longer a distant dream. It is the heartbeat of Africa and the world at large. From innovations to gadgets to startups and digital lifestyles, Tech Up with Victor takes you round. A show that makes technology simple, practical, and exciting for everyone. Join us every week on Rapid TV as we break down tech trends, spotlight African innovators, and connect Africa's digital story to the global stage. Tech Up with Victor, where innovation meets you.
This is Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. We connect people, power stories, and amplify voices. On Rapid TV, we're rooted in culture.
Before we went on that break, I told you that I've been joined by a person of Chief Shitu, who will be helping us put these issues in perspective. Chief Shitu, good evening, and so good to have you join us here on Korero.
It's my pleasure to be with you. Good evening.
All right, so Chief Shitu, let's even dive straight into the business for tonight. First, you see what is playing out in Rivers State, where, of course, there have been these speculations. Of course, it's not yet confirmed if Governor Fubara has already been asked to vacate his seat as the governor. But then all of this impeachment noise is everywhere. But looking at this, what does this say about our nascent democracy, especially taking it from Rivers State?
You see, it is quite unfortunate that when you look at the whole situation surrounding this impeachment of a thing and the political crisis in Rivers State, it borders on corruption. It borders on godfather in politics. And for how long are we going to change godfatherism in Nigerian politics? If we have to continue to say there must be godfather in politics, then it means Nigeria will continue to be a disgraced country. Wike is being drunk to power. It's what is happening right in Rivers State is power drunk. Wike wants to control the treasury of Rivers State. He wants to control the resources of Rivers State. He cannot be the FCT minister and at the same time be the governor of Rivers State. This impeachment will not stand because the first one that happened when the governor was being suspended or removed from office, who succeeded because PDP had no voice then as an opposition. So PDP that is expected to fight and support Kubara and ensure that that unconstitutional suspension did not happen, lost their voice. But this time around, Kubara has joined the ADC. Kubara has joined the APC. And this clearly indicates that the APC will support him 100%. The APC will not allow Wike to come through the back door using the State House of Assembly in Rivers State to impeach Kubara. That will not work. That I can assure you. The APC as a party will not allow that to work. That is one. Two, before that impeachment can succeed, it is obvious the chief judge of Rivers State has to assent, has to sign it. And I'm very sure the chief judge will not sign that. There are mere allegations, I think, lining up to 8 that have been alleged against Kubara. So these things are mere allegations. No court of law has come out and said he has not been tried and he has immunity. So the National Assembly that has that power, or the State House of Assembly, the Rivers State House of Assembly that has the power, they are using it through the back door, through the instruction of Wike, and that will not make it to succeed.
Interesting times, but then some of the issue making the front burner around the River State right now is that the impeachment is based on the ground of gross misconduct by the governor and the deputy governor of the state. You've tried to tie it around the person of Nyesom Wike, although the legislature have not come out to say that Wike is the one instigating all of this drive. But then, looking at it, are the legislature of Rivers State wrong in taking this bold step, ensure that governance is, and also the rule of law is being guaranteed and ensured in Rivers State?
Frankly speaking, they are wrong. They are wrong in the sense that what they are doing is not for the interest of the good people.
Chief, this is their constitutional mandate, Chief.
It is their constitutional mandate, but it is being done in a wrongful way, in a wrongful manner, and as a political witch hunting. They are witch hunting the governor because the governor has failed to be submissive to Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister. This is why now Wike is now using the State House of Assembly as a weapon to unseat Kubara. So this is why it is wrong for the State House of Assembly, because they are not doing it on the platter of gold. They are not doing the right thing. If it has no political tone, then the whole world will support them, and then they will succeed in what they are doing. But it is clear, it is known to every meaningful citizen of this country that Wike is behind all this crisis. And APC has come out loud and clear that they are not in support of Wike. He cannot continue to threaten their governor. They have respect for their governor. And he cannot continue to use that political strength to destabilize the party structure in the River State. Just yesterday, a forum of leadership in the APC staged a peaceful protest right there in the FCT, challenging Wike and requesting that Tinubu remove Wike as FCT minister, with immediate effect. You can now see that this is just the beginning of this crisis. This crisis might lead to the end of Wike's political career. This, I'm saying it boldly. Because if care is not taken, Wike will lose his seat as FCT minister on this crisis. Wike has been so lousy. He has been alleging a lot of the national leaders of the APC. He has been very, very, he has addressed the national secretary of that party rudely, defamatorily, coming up with some kind of unprintable names against the national secretary of the party. Wike cannot be bigger than an institution. River State as a state is an institution. The APC as a political party is an institution. Wike is an individual. No matter how powerful he is, no matter how influential he is, no matter how close he is to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that should not make him above an institution or above any institution, be it the state, be it the party, from the world level to the state level to the local government level to the national level. Wike should not supersede the party's decision. And it should allow to govern the good people of River State peacefully. All these allegations that are put up are mere allegations.
All right, interesting, Chief. But then, you've said that the River State House of Assembly were wrong in carrying out their constitutional mandate, which is even backed by the 1999 Constitution, which the lawmakers cited in carrying out some of these responsibility. But then, again, to a very large extent, the percentage of the All Progressive Congress lawmakers in the House tend to be the majority. Now, can we say at this point that the APC is fighting against itself in River State? Could this be the conversation?
Let it be clear and let it be well known. Wike is not a card-carrying member of APC.
But then he's not a card-carrying member of the APC. But then the fight is between, if at all there is a fight or the wrong deed by the old All Progressive Congress lawmakers in River State. They belong to the River State House of Assembly. Majority of them that moved, out of 26 lawmakers in River State, majority that moved to join the All Progressive Congress, where the governor is, are also signing that impeachment process for the governor to be removed. Can we say that the APC is divided and fighting itself in River State?
As a matter of fact, APC in River State is not divided. And that is why you see the National Secretary of the APC has came out and spoke in support of Ubara, the sitting governor. A lot of other national leaders of APC are speaking up, you understand, trying to defend and to ensure that their governor is not being removed. Because for Ubara to go down to be impeached, it is a -1 for the governors forum of APC. The Progressive Forum has equally come out boldly and said they are not in support of that kangaroo impeachment processes. I can bet it with you that you will not see the light of the day. Because I am very sure the Chief Judge of River State will not sign it.
Well, I'll even try to look at all of this, how it will play out in the days ahead, because it has been submitted to the governor already. But looking at River State as a takeoff for various states right now, whose governors are almost under the jurisdiction of godfatherism, what does this say of the Nigerian politics in general?
The truth is that this APC government has thrown Nigeria into a massive corruption.
But the issue of godfatherism doesn't start with APC, neither is it just an APC-centric decision. Of course.
The ADC is not in
But we can't say for sure that the ADC is not under the whip and caprices of godfatherism, because we've not seen the APC emerge as governors, and we've not seen the APC only.
You keep saying ADC. The ADC, Rivers State is being controlled by APC presently.
Yeah,
last it came to APC.
Yeah, so you're citing ADC, that's the African Democratic Congress, if I get you correctly.
No. What I mean is APC.
Okay, so let's look at it from a very large perspective. At this point in time, looking at what is playing out, can we say again that the River State politics is going to spread like a wildfire into other states being controlled by godfatherism, and as such, will godfathers in various states begin to find their footing, taking a lead from all of this that's playing out in River State? Your take?
Right. You see what is happening in River State is an eye-opener for Nigerians. If only we are ready to have a new country that will work for each and every one of us. And what that implies is that we should all try as much as possible to avoid godfatherism in politics. And what is happening? APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself, the sitting president, gave room for all these things, empowered Wike, gave him a ministerial appointment, and allowed him to manipulate all apparatus of the government, both the judiciary, to use it against the state. He used it against, it was the same Wike who systematically killed the strength, the structure of the PDP. He created multiple crises within the PDP. Up to today, PDP is as good as a dead party. And when you look at who is directly behind this, it is this same Wike we are talking of. Just because he wants to favor the sitting president, he wants to favor the ruling party, which is the APC. And up to date, he's not a card-carrying member of APC. But what APC has learned in all of this is that Wike cannot be trusted politically. So they are even afraid of absorbing him into APC so that he will not come and cause the same crisis as he has done to PDP. This is why you saw this is happening. So at the end of the day, this might be the end of Wike's political career. Because it will not be, the PDP is as good as dead. And one thing I'm sure is the coalition, the ADC coalition will not admit or allow Wike to decamp to ADC. We will not allow that. You understand me? And I'm very sure that even the APC will not allow Wike to be at the forefront of their national structure of APC, because it's going to be a problem for them. If he's been allowed to be a card-carrying member and a stakeholder in APC, then definitely all what he will do is to try as much as possible to kill that party as well.
All right.
And I'm trying.
So, Chief, looking at all of this, Governor Fubara has been quiet, and he has not come out to even say a word or address the press, trying to even say his own side of the story. Can we then say again that his quietness means admissibility of gross misconduct as alleged by the River State House of Assembly?
You see, the truth is that you agree with me that only Amenti Bare make the loudest noise. Fubara does not need to start going around making press release and other things, replying them, because he knows what they are doing will not succeed. Their impeachment will fail. And all what Fubara needs is to see those who will rally support. He needs the support of the national structure of APC. He needs the support of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And he's working towards gaining all those things. And I can bet you at the end of this battle, it is like 70% that Wike will lose his seat as FCT minister than Fubara losing his seat as the governor duly elected for River State. APC at all costs are interested in River State, believing that Fubara will deliver River State to APC come 2027 election. So they only want to toil with them, and they only want to trust that Wike will play the same role he has played in favor of APC. He might equally turn around this time around to cause multiple problems for APC. So at this time around, the game being, when we look at this thing critically, It's going to be a kind of use and dump, which has been used to destabilize the opposition voice, the opposition party. And the next thing for APC to do is to dump him aside. And if care is not taken, I'm sure you'll be arrested. As soon as it's been discarded or been suspended or removed, the next thing is for EFCC to start chasing him. Just get it, just please pen it down. I'll remind you when it comes to that level. That very soon you see EFCC inviting PK.
Well, you will look out for that if it will eventually happen. But right now, the Governor Fubara's silence tend to be admissibility, and as such, he might be forced to face the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission for some of this gross misconduct as alleged by the OLM, by the River State House of Assembly. But looking at it again from the lens even of political scientists, what is playing out in River State, it's very, very crucial to even determine the Nigerian political space going forward. But the APC governors have been largely criticized for their moves. We've seen most APC governors are even afraid to speak up against all of this. Most APC personnel are also quiet in all of this conversation. But looking at it in general, the quietness of PDP led, you've said that the quietness of PDP led to the removal or suspension of Fubara. Right now, the APC's house in general is not speaking up as a formidable voice even for and standing for Fubara. Rather, we have support groups speaking here and there in sketches for Fubara. What does this say about the old dominance of the person of Nyesom Wike? Has Nyesom Wike outgrown party structures in the country?
That cannot happen. Wike is just an individual. And Wike is nobody without the federal power he's enjoying at the moment. As soon as all those things have been withdrawn, Wike becomes an ordinary citizen. Wike is only making noise here and there. Wike has stepped on so many toes. He has stepped on so many toes. Do you understand? This is not even good for democracy. This is not even good for Bola Ahmed Tinubu regime, his administration. If one of his cabinet members will continue to step on toes, it means he's building more enemies. For the president, he's building more enemies. For the APC, we as opposition, we are happy with all this thing happening. Because we saw it coming. Because when it was the turn of PDP, the turn for Wike to kill PDP, the APC were sitting calmly, watching the film, and they were excited that the PDP lost in its voice as an opposition within the country. The same thing applies to Labour Party. You understand? But we as opposition, we will not allow Nigeria to be thrown into a single party country, a country that will be ruled and controlled by one single party. We will not allow that to happen. Wike is nobody once it stops, or once that federal mighty is enjoying it stops, and it has come to an end. This I'm very sure of this. He has stepped on so many tools. He has been outspoken rudely, in a very rudely manner, against a lot of people in the position of authority.
Interesting,
so
Chief.
That Bubara has been silent does not mean he's guilty of all these 8 allegations. That is clear. But Bugara is being intelligent enough. His silence is just for him to enable him to plan ahead. So he's planning and he's moving strategically, intelligently.
So Chief, you don't think that his silence means that he's complicit? You don't think that his silence means that he's guilty as charged, because silence means admissibility in law?
You are saying in law, but this is not even a matter before the court of law. This is one. 2, he has been served. He has the right to reply. He has the right. These things are mere allegations. You agree with me? You agree with me that all these things are mere allegations. So now he has been served, then allow him to give him that privilege of response. Let him come up with his own defense. But one thing I'm sure of is that Ubara no go lose that seat. If care is not taken, that speaker will come up. Speaker for the State House of Assembly in Rivers State. This one now, waiting I know. Because Rivers State is not a state where any serious politician to toil with. It's not a state that any political party, any national leader will want to just take for granted. And VK, with his antecedent in the roles he played within the PDP, I'm telling you, the APC will not want him to be in total control of Rivers State. For weeks now, for some couple of days now, VK has been away from the FCT. He has been based in Rivers State because he knows he's losing his space. He's losing his structure within Rivers State. And the good citizens of Rivers State, a larger percentage of them are on the same page with the governor. They appreciate what the governor is doing, they support him, and they are ready to vote him in again. So, and I'm sure the APC are closely monitoring what is happening in Rivers State. And they only want to take any undue land, but they want to take the advantage.
All right. All right. So, Chief, speaking of silence, again, the president has also been silent about all of this drama that is playing out in Rivers State. Can we say that the president's silence is a nod and support to the move by the FCT minister and the Rivers State House of Assembly, because it has been alleged that they had an agreement and Fubara went against that agreement? Can we say that the president's silence is also a right step in the right direction?
You see, one, politically, you know to know with somebody who, in terms of politics, give it to him. Do you understand? That's why I'm an opposition. Do you understand? But when it comes to politics, you know what he's doing here. That is, and his silence. It would be wrong of him as a leader and as a sitting president to quickly come up now and spoke in support of PK or Kubara. He has to be properly briefed. Now, when you look at these allegations, don't forget that the budget that they are alleging Kubara on, that budget, who passed the budget? Where was the budget passed? That budget, they took it before Abadu at the Red Chamber of the National Assembly. Because they said the administrator cannot handle that.
That the president would also take a swift step as soon as the FCT minister decides to begin his tour or thank you tour, as he tagged it to be, in Rivers State. But then, Chief, let's even get you react